Part 77. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 761. Bang. However, when his powerful claws touched Chu Wei's simple spiritual fist, they were instantly shattered by the opponent. At the same time, the fist hit his chest fiercely, and with a puff sound, Ma Xiaoyuan was directly beaten back hundreds of meters with blood spurting out. Senior brother. Li Min ran over crying. Good boy, you dare to touch our Chengtian sect's people, don't you know the details and strength of our Chengtian sect? I'm afraid you don't want to stay on this earth, someone among the disciples of Chengtian sect shouted angrily. Chu Wei, Chengtian sect, it's so powerful, I'm so scared that my heart is about to jump out. Boy, it's good to know in this world, there are not many people who dare to mess with our Chengtian sect. Really, then I'm the one who dares to mess with you. Chu Wei's expression changed, and he jumped directly into the disciples of Chengtian sect. Bang, with a sound, Chu Wei directly punched one of the disciples away. How dare you attack us? Some disciples of Chengtian sect still couldn't believe that they were beaten by outsiders in Chengtian sect's territory. However, what responded to him was Chu Wei's big foot, which directly hit his face and kicked him hundreds of meters away. The most powerful disciples of Chengtian sect were only the second awakeners, so they were no match for Chu Wei. In almost a few rounds, they were all knocked down by Chu Wei on the body of the sea lion. Some were hit by Chu Wei and stuck headfirst into the ground like rice seedlings. Some were hit by Chu Wei and fell to the surrounding spiritual fruit trees, hanging on the tree forks like a corpse. Others were beaten into a pile, like a mountain of meat, and the disciples pressed at the bottom kept groaning and were about to be crushed to death. After cleaning up the disciples of Chengtian sect, Chu Wei moved his body and came to the spiritual fruit garden in the distance. The spiritual fruits on the sea lion's body had been built like an orchard because of the care of Chengtian sect. Chu Wei just flew in and saw all kinds of spiritual fruits everywhere in the orchard. Some spiritual fruits grow on the fruit trees like a small green dragon, with dragon claws and dragon heads, just like a real dragon. Even the fruit tree with dragon fruit is different from ordinary fruit trees. This fruit tree has green scales on it, just like dragon scales. It is really not simple, and this dragon-shaped spiritual fruit, Chu Wei only took a glance to know that this spiritual fruit is already a 6th level spiritual fruit. Maybe it contains power that he doesn't know. Such a good thing must belong to me. Take it. Chu Wei picked the small green dragon fruit directly and put it into the space. What is this? Chu Wei saw another fruit tree next to it. This fruit tree was covered with thorns, and these thorns were as black as ink. It looked poisonous. If you are accidentally scratched by it, I am afraid that even a great master at the ultimate awakening level will die here. On this fruit tree, there are 2 equally dark fruits. These fruits are so dark that they are bright and reflective. What poisonous fruits? Chu Wei has read books. The brighter the fruits are, the more poisonous they are. These fruits have bright appearances and are most likely to confuse others. If you are not careful, they will be poisonous to the point that there is nothing left after eating them. Moreover, some poisonous fruits will use the corpse as nutrients after killing people, bloom and bear fruit on the corpse, and grow a new sapling. Just thinking about it makes people shudder. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 762. However, Chu Wei has the poison ability, so he is not very afraid of this thing. Chu Wei's hands are covered with a layer of dark liquid, which is his poison ability. Under the wrapping of the poison ability, Chu Wei took the 2 fruits from the poison tree and put them into his own space. After collecting the poison fruit, another white tree next to it attracted Chu Wei's attention. This tree was only the size of a palm, but it was like a white and burning flame. This is the bottom of the sea, and ordinary flames will be extinguished by sea water, but the white flame on this tree is not only burning, but also boiling the surrounding sea water. Chu Wei's heart skipped a beat. This white tree is a spiritual medicine, and it contains rich fire attribute power and life force. This is definitely a good thing. And it is exactly what he needs. With it, maybe he can awaken the life form of the fire ability. He also put this flame tree into the space, but although Chu Wei was excited, he did not refine the tree on the spot, because this is the place of Chengtian sect after all. Moreover, when Ma Xiaoyuan and Li Min were talking about earthy love a few days ago, they mentioned that there was a hair protector of Chengtian sect here, who was the red protector among the 4 protectors of green, red, purple and yellow. The person who could become the red protector of Chengtian sect must be a strong man in the realm of the emperor, and Chu Wei could only deal with such a strong man with a blank summoning card. But it was obvious that Chu Wei could not use such a powerful one-time method on such a small hair protector, so Chu Wei's plan was to quickly pick all these spiritual fruits and then run away. Since Chu Wei's agility attribute reached more than 100 points, his speed plus the instant body technique, not only no one in the same level can be faster than him, even people who are one realm higher than him may not be faster than him. So Chu Wei was also afraid that the red protector would find him, and at worst he would just run away. Thinking of this, Chu Wei collected the spiritual fruits in this garden more quickly. But there are too many spiritual fruits in this garden. In addition to the spiritual fruits just now, there are also various kinds of other spiritual fruits, such as the lightning fruit surrounded by lightning, and the wanling fruit with a particularly large spiritual energy content. There are even 6th level spiritual fruits that are about to transform into beasts because of their excessive vitality. Once this 6th level spiritual fruit transforms into a beast, it is equivalent to a strong man in the king realm, just like the flame lion that was once subdued in the Nanshan of Lu Fixu's home. Chu Wei certainly would not let go of this good thing with huge life force, and grabbed it into his own space. Although Chu Wei had only been in the stone lion for a while, the noise he made was not small, and the masters of Chengtian sect immediately felt it. I saw a short and fat old man, with several disciples wearing Chengtian sect clothes, leaping from the ocean like a torpedo, and boom and landing in front of Chu Wei. "Where did you come from, kid? How dare you come to Chengtian sect and be so presumptuous? I'm really pissed off. Look at me, my thunder hand will kill you." The short and fat old man Li Tianlui raised his hands above his head, and the blue lightning above his head instantly turned into a huge palm. This palm was hundreds of meters in the air above the ocean, just like the hand of God. However, Chu Wei only took a look, and a purple-red lightning struck the opponent's thunder hand with his backhand, and then continued to pick spiritual fruits. Bang! With a loud bang, Chu Wei's purple-red lightning directly shattered the 100-meter-long hand, and the 100-meter-long hand turned into energy fragments and dissipated in the ocean. Not only that, even Li Tianli, who made the move, was directly injured by Chu Wei's lightning and spit out blood. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 763. What a powerful boy. I never thought that I, Li Tianli, a powerful person at the level 1 of the king realm, could not be the opponent of a kid like you. It seems that you think you are a powerful person and dare to come here to act wildly. But boy, you are too arrogant. When the red protector of my Chengtian sect arrives, you will definitely die. Listen to me, the rest of you, at all costs, you must hold this boy back for me. As long as the red protector comes, this boy will definitely die. As Li Tianli shouted angrily, the people who followed him immediately surrounded Chu Wei. Old man, you are so arrogant. I tell you, let alone the red protector of your Chengtian sect, I am not afraid even if the bishop of your Chengtian sect, Luo Tian, comes. Chu Wei rushed to Li Tianli's side while speaking. He grabbed the other's arm, and then turned him like a windmill, and then directly used his body to hit those who followed him. Bang! 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 The bodies of the strong men in the king realm were so hard that anyone who was hit would either have his hands broken or spit out blood. What was even more annoying was that these people did not dare to attack Chu Wei because Li Tianlii was in Chu Wei's hands. Because Li Tianlii was the elder of Chengtian sect and was usually the superior of these people, how could a subordinate dare to attack his superior? When Li Tianlii saw this scene, he shouted, "Don't worry about me, come on." Yes. Yes. The disciples of Chengtian sect used their supernatural powers to transform into swords, sniper guns, and other weapons to attack Chu Wei. But no matter what kind of attack he faced, Chu Wei used Li Tianlii as a shield and let those martial arts fall on his body. Although Li Tianlii was not hurt much by these martial arts, his hair was burned by these martial arts, and even his beard was stained by the fire-bearing supernatural attacks of his subordinates. He roared, you, don't you have eyes? Don't you know how to watch?" When the subordinates heard this, they immediately looked aggrieved. "It was you who said that we don't need to care about you, just beat us directly, and now you scold us, you old man is sick. It's so hard to be a human being." However, Chu Wei laughed and threw Li Tianlii's body like a sandbag, knocking down all the disciples in an instant, and Li Tianlii was also knocked unconscious by Chu Wei. This group of Chengtian sect masters who came to support were dealt with by Chu Wei like a toy. Clapping his hands, Chu Wei set his sights on the orchard again. There were too many fruits in the orchard. At the beginning, Chu Wei wanted to choose only the 6th level spiritual fruits and those that were useful to him. But when Chu Wei learned that the Red Protector was about to come, Chu Wei was too lazy to think. Bang! Bang! Pull! Chu Wei directly collected all the spiritual fruits in front of him. Some spiritual fruits were not yet ripe, and Chu Wei could not use the catalytic ability to ripen them on the spot. Similarly, he waved his hand and took them back to study slowly. However, when he encountered a fruit tree with many spiritual fruits that were not yet ripe, Chu Wei was even more exaggerated. He was too lazy to pick them one by one. Instead, he pulled out the whole spiritual fruit tree with the roots and soil. You should know that this spiritual fruit tree grows on the back of a sea lion. It is difficult for ordinary people to pull it out or even shake it. But this time it was an accident, because these fruit trees encountered Chu Wei, and Chu Wei's physical strength was terrifying. When he pulled it out, even the ground was torn open by Chu Wei. Such power is too terrible. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 764. When Li Tianlii and others around him saw Chu Wei being such a robber, their eyes almost fell out. They only heard Li Tianlii yelling, "You lose your life, these spiritual fruits are not yet ripe, so you took them away. It is really a waste of natural resources." In Li Tianlii's opinion, the spirit fruits were taken away before they were ripe. The result of waiting for them would be that the spirit fruits would wither and become useless garbage. These spiritual fruits were something Li Tianlii had grown up watching. Being robbed and ruined like this, he was so depressed that he spat out a mouthful of blood. The other disciples of the Chengtian sect around him were not only angry, but also extremely envious. They patrolled the orchard every day. In fact, they secretly have been coveting these spiritual fruits for a long time, but they didn't dare to steal them. But now they see that all these spiritual fruits have been taken away by an outsider, and many fruit trees have been uprooted. This really makes them secretly think, if only I could rob this orchard like this. Boom! Pull! As Chu Wei's movements became louder and louder, another spiritual fruit tree was uprooted by Chu Wei and put into his own space. For a moment, Chu Wei had a wonderful idea. Chu Wei was thinking, if he took away all the spiritual fruit trees and planted them in his own system space, wouldn't he have such an orchard? When the time comes, if you eat the spiritual fruit, the fruit tree will be able to bear fruit again. If you eat it, it will grow again. If you eat it, it will grow again. Isn't it wonderful? Thinking of this, Chu Wei suddenly smiled, smiling like a robber who saw a treasure. Chu Wei suddenly turned around and looked at the first few fruit trees. Although the fruits on those fruit trees had been taken away by Chu Wei long ago, where were the fruit trees, and these fruit trees were very handsome. For example, the green dragon fruit tree that Chu Wei picked at the beginning was covered with scales. Such a fruit tree would probably not bear fruit. Its trees could also be sold as materials for 6th level weapons. I almost missed it. Chu Wei murmured, and at first he only focused on looking at the spiritual fruit, ignoring that the fruit tree was also a treasure. At that moment, Chu Wei came to the fruit tree, hugged the fruit tree, stepped half a meter underground in an instant, and was about to uproot the fruit tree. You little thief, you are not willing to take away the fruit. You still want to take away the fruit tree. Do you want to fight to the death with me, the Chengtian sect? Li Tianli really didn't expect that this little thief would actually discover that this fruit tree was also a treasure. This fruit tree is called the green dragon fruit tree. Not only can it bear spiritual fruits, it is also an excellent material. It is one of the most precious fruit trees in this orchard. I'm afraid that if Yu Chengtian teaches me, I won't come here. Chu Wei shouted loudly and exerted all his strength. The veins on his arms popped out and he began to pull out the tree. I'll go. This tree is so heavy, I can't pull it out. With one pull, Chu Wei found that he now weighed over 1,000,000 kilograms of flesh. His physical strength was not enough to pull out a fruit. You know, with Chu Wei's move just now, even a submarine would have to be pulled out by Chu Wei. Came out, but the fruit tree did not move at all. On the other side, Li Tianli breathed a sigh of relief when he saw this. It's okay, it's okay. This green dragon fruit tree has extremely deep roots. If you want to pull it out, you can't do it without incredible brute force. It seems like this little thief doesn't have that much strength yet. What a blessing among misfortunes. If even the azure dragon fruit was pulled away by this little thief, then the Chengtian sect would suffer great losses this time. However, just as Li Tianli breathed a sigh of relief, he heard Chu Wei snort coldly, "Can't you pull it out? Look at the first gear of my power arm." Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 765. Then, in Li Tianli's shocked eyes, he saw Chu Wei's arms holding the green dragon fruit tree with biceps bulging as high as a balloon. Then with a sound of boom, both of Chu Wei's legs sank into the ground due to excessive force. At the same time, the green dragon fruit tree that was motionless just now began to shake. No, damn it, is this kid as strong as a human Tyrannosaurus? Even the green dragon fruit tree is shaking. Get up, Chu Wei shouted. The hands holding the fruit tree exerted force again, and there was a loud boom, and a huge crack opened in the entire ground because Chu Wei pulled the fruit tree. This crack is several meters wide and hundreds of meters long, just like a chasm. At the same time, in the chasm, the roots of the green dragon fruit tree were finally pulled out of the ground by Chu Wei. When the tree roots came out, they were filled with soil. At the same time, the roots turned out to be like blue dragon heads. It looks really weird. Moreover, Chu Wei also felt a sleeping power from the tree root. This power actually belonged to the tree root. The Qinglong tree root was about to transform into a dragon shape and become a real dragon. Chu Wei was amazed when he saw it. In this era, everything is really possible. After anything undergoes continuous mutation of spiritual energy, it is possible to become an unknown thing and become an unknown and powerful species. Just like the green dragon fruit tree, the fruit it bears is a 6th level spiritual fruit. If this fruit tree is given time, after it absorbs enough spiritual energy from the world, it will definitely transform into a real dragon in the form of a beast. By then its strength will probably be directly above the 7th level of the king, and it may not even reach the level of the king. Damn it, this kid actually uprooted the fruit tree. It was also the first time for Li Tianli to see the roots of the green dragon fruit tree, but after just one glance, he immediately knew that the fruit tree was more precious than he imagined. If this fruit tree transforms into an animal form and is tamed by the Chengtian sect, it can become a sacred beast that protects the religion. Is this kind of thing going to be taken away by outsiders like this? It's a pity that he was beaten so hard by Chu Wei that he couldn't move. He could only watch Chu Wei take the fruit tree into his own space. Boy, be proud of yourself now. When I teach the Red Guardian to come and arrest you, I will cut you 10,000 times to let you know the consequences of destroying our orchard. Li Tianli had no choice but to put his hope in Protector Hong, hoping that Protector Hong would come quickly to deal with this kid. In Li Tianli's expectation, Chu Wei's hands fell on the fruit tree with poisonous fruit again. This fruit tree was poisonous, so it should also be made into a weapon. Maybe, if you extract its venom, you can strengthen your own poison powers. Boom! Chu Wei tore out a crack several meters wide and hundreds of meters long on the ground, and at the same time, the poisonous fruit tree, which was as black as ink, was taken into the space by Chu Wei. Seeing this scene, Li Tianli roared again unwillingly, "Poison fruit tree, don't you claim that anyone who touches you will be poisoned to death? Why don't you poison this little thief?" However, what he answered was that Chu Wei once again pulled out two equally extraordinary fruit trees with both hands. Chu Wei pulled out two equally extraordinary fruit trees next to him. Then, in the eyes of Li Tianli and the disciples of Chengtian sect who wanted to kill people, he happily put it into his own system space. Come again. Chu Wei became more and more addicted to pulling out. He moved his hands like an excavator, pulling out fruit trees when he saw them. After a while, Chu Wei pulled out large holes of more than 10 meters in the ground on the entire stone lion. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 766. The dirt was flying everywhere, and there were cracks like chasms everywhere covering the entire stone lion. The scene was even worse than a robbery. If it was a robbery, at least there would be something left behind. However, there were no fruit trees left in the orchard at this moment. All of them entered Chu Wei's space, leaving only pits on the ground. Seeing this miserable scene, Li Tianli actually shed tears as he watched. Damn little thief, you are so cruel. You are robbing and not leaving even a hair. Red Guardian, are you here again? If you don't come again, this orchard of my Chengtian sect in the deep sea maze will be moved away. Perhaps because of Li Tianli's tearful call, a roar came from afar in the ocean in the sky. At the same time, the sea water there was shaking violently, and a huge shark swam over quickly and then stopped above the stone lion where Chu Wei was standing. Of course, this is not a real shark, but an underwater submarine made of steel and high technology. This shark submarine is several hundred meters long. After opening the hatch, an old man with red hair and red clothes came out first. He was like a ball of red flames wrapped around him, making the surrounding sea water boil continuously in the ocean, and his whole body was like a ball of blazing fire. This is a strong man. Chu Wei's eyes calmed down slightly. It seems that this old man is one of the 4 guardians of Chengtian sect guarding the deep sea maze, Red Guardian. A strong man who has reached the realm of the Emperor with a domain. Red Guardian, you are finally here. If you don't come again, our Chengtian sect's orchard will be moved by this little thief. Li Tianli shed tears of excitement when he saw the Red Guardian in the air. After seeing Chu Wei, the little thief, being lawless here today, he really wanted the heaven to strike a few thunders and kill this little thief who robbed the orchard. The Red Guardian first glanced at Li Tianli, and then looked at the stone lion. The orchard that originally grew beautifully on the seabed now looked like it had been destroyed by wild boars. There were big pits everywhere, and hundreds of meters of chasms. There was no orchard at all. The most bizarre thing was that there was not even a single fruit tree left. This was really as Li Tianli said, someone wanted to uproot his Chengtian sect's orchard. Young man, you are really brave. You are the first person of your age who dared to go against Chengtian sect. The Red Guardian looked at Chu Wei with cold eyes. The spiritual energy in his body had locked Chu Wei. As long as Chu Wei made a move to escape, he would take action immediately. When Li Tianli below saw the actions of the Red Guardian, he was relieved. After all, the Red Guardian took action. Even if this kid had the ability to reach the sky, he would not be able to escape death today. However, Chu Wei didn't care about the other party's lock, and said playfully, as far as I know, I am definitely not the only one who dares to go against Chengtian sect at my age, right? Isn't Chu Wei, who beat all the younger generation of Yu Chengtian sect not long ago, the first one? When the Red Protector heard this, his eyes became colder. Chu Wei's disturbance in Chengtian sect had made the famous Chengtian sect a laughing stock of the entire earth. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 767. Now, a man named Zhao De was brought out to mock him, the protector of the Chengtian sect, to his face. Protector Hong's eyes were cold and he wanted to kill someone. Good boy, it seems that you think you are the kind of Chu Wei who dares to challenge me. Chengtian Jiao. I will kill you first today, and when I meet Chu Wei in the future, I will definitely let him die under my fierce flames. Chu Wei smiled disdainfully, but he did not say that he, Zhao De, and Chu Wei were just himself. He immediately said, if you want to kill Chu Wei, it will be impossible for you in this life, because you are a scumbag, and he has never let you go in my heart. Humph. I've seen too many guys like you who blindly worship Chu Wei at a young age. Today I'm here to tell you that if we, the older generation, want to kill you, the younger generation, we can easily catch them. But just when Protector Red was about to take action, a voice from below suddenly shouted, Protector Red, you must kill this kid and leave no one alive. He is the one who stole your martial arts scroll. Earth explosion soaring to the sky. Chu Wei turned around and saw that it was Ma Xiaoyuan and Li Min, brother and sister with earthy tastes, shouting from a distance. Li Min also said, Lord Protector Hong, I can testify that this kid stole it. I saw it with my own eyes. Okay, you brat, you stole my martial arts skills and destroyed my orchard. You really don't take my Red Protector Lin Hong in your eyes. Today I will burn all your bones to ashes to completely eliminate the hatred in my heart. Lin Hong's body shook, and a fire-like power rushed out of her body instantly, but it was not fire, but a magma power that was rarer than fire. I saw this supernatural power erupting from Lin Hong's body like a volcanic eruption. The rolling heat directly boiled the tens of thousands of meters of sea water around it. Seeing this, Chu Wei sneered, Protector Hong, I think you Chengtian sect people are all pigs, and you are a pig too. You don't need to think about it with your pig brain. I don't even know where you live. How could I possibly steal your scroll? Haven't you ever thought that these two people are lying to you? As soon as Chu Wei's words came out, the expressions of Ma Xiaoyuan and Li Min immediately changed. The reason why Ma Xiaoyuan wanted to blame Chu Wei was because he was afraid that if Chu Wei was caught by Protector Red, he and his junior sister would be exposed. Only then did Protector Hong kill Chu Wei directly. So he absolutely couldn't let Chu Wei speak anymore. He said, Master Hong Protector, you must not listen to him. This kid is very cunning. I think he must be thinking of ways to escape. Kill him first. If you have anything to say, please tell me slowly. Yes, Lord Protector Hong, Li Min also said nervously. However, Chu Wei immediately said, "Protector Hong, you might as well use your own pig brain and think about it, or what they said true? I can tell you that in a cave, I saw with my own eyes the two of them making love to each other, doing some inappropriate things for children." Then Li Min also said, "Senior brother, although my people are occupied by the Red Protector, my heart, it always belongs to senior brother. Do you believe this? Anyway, I am telling you with good intentions, if your head must be green, then there is nothing I can do about it." Although Chu Wei is not afraid of the Red Protector, Chu Wei does not want to be wronged and take the blame for the bad couple, Ma Xiaoyuan and Li Min. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 768. After hearing this, the Red Guardian thought about it and felt something was wrong. This guy, an outsider, could not know his scroll. The only one who knew was Li Min, whom he liked and trusted. "You bitch." After thinking about it, the Red Guardian sucked Li Min over, and the hot magma made Li Min's whole body red. At the critical moment, Li Min looked at her beloved senior brother, "Save me, save me. Junior sister, I will practice martial arts first, and I will definitely avenge you in 10 years. I never expected that Li Min's beloved senior brother would turn around at this time and quickly flee to the horizon in another direction, abandoning Li Min directly. Scumbag. Li Min looked at Ma Xiaowen's back, and tears flowed out of her beautiful eyes. "Senior brother, I always regarded you as my most beloved person, you. A pair of dogs and bitches, you will all die today," the Red Guardian shouted, and the magma on his body rolled, and Li Min's body instantly turned into a fireman. At the same time, he moved his hand, and the magma in his right hand turned into a sniper rifle, and he shot it at Ma Xiaowen's back. Bang, a magma bullet brought up a high temperature enough to evaporate the sea water, and hit Ma Xiaowen's back. Ah! Ma Xiaowen's body immediately burst into streams of red magma from his mouth, nose, eyes, and ears, which looked extremely terrifying. In less than a breath, Ma Xiaowen's body turned into a pile of ashes. "Now it's your turn," the red-haired guardian looked at Chu Wei with iron eyes. Today he was cuckolded, and he would not feel happy unless he killed a few people. "Heh. Want to kill me? Maybe in the next life." Chu Wei turned around, and the instant body technique was activated instantly. At the same time, a pair of purple-red wings on his back flew towards the horizon as fast as lightning. That speed was almost to the limit, so fast that even the Red Guardian could not react. Although the Red Protector had locked Chu Wei's position with his spiritual energy, he would know in advance if Chu Wei tried to escape. But he never expected that Chu Wei's speed was beyond imagination, and he was gone in the blink of an eye. He couldn't catch up at all. "I'm so angry." After a while, the red-haired protector's roar sounded directly in the ocean, shaking the ocean in this area. But Chu Wei didn't care about that, and found a safe place to start counting his treasures. The spiritual fruits obtained this time can be roughly divided into 3 categories: spiritual energy, special vitality, and various attributes. Chu Wei ate the fruits with special vitality at first. After a few bites, Chu Wei's fire ability directly awakened the life form. It was a small white snake, but this little snake had a pair of wings like fish scales, which was very strange. It liked Chu Wei very much after it had just awakened its life form. Its arm-length body lay on Chu Wei's shoulders and kept rubbing Chu Wei's cheeks. "I didn't expect that the first fire power that I awakened in my life form would be such a weird guy. But no matter what, Chu Wei still likes this little white snake with wings and flames." Then Chu Wei ate all the fruits of poison power and other fruits that replenish spiritual energy. Ding! The host consumes a large number of spiritual fruits, and is rewarded with 30 spiritual energy crystals. The current spiritual energy crystals are 92 points/100 points. The current king level 2. only 8 points away from entering the King level 3. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 769. As for those unripe spiritual fruits and those fruit trees that were robbed, Chu Wei planted them all in his own system space. There was originally an emotional fruit garden in the system space, which was perfect for growing these fruit trees. After everything was done, Chu Wei punched a hole in the cave, and then lay in it and fell asleep happily. While Chu Wei was sleeping, the deep sea maze outside was in an uproar, because Chengtian sect issued a reward notice in the deep sea maze, and the person wanted was the Zhaoda that Chu Wei pretended to be. If anyone can catch Zhaoda, he will be handed over to Chengtian sect alive for 1 million spiritual jade coins. If he is dead, there is also half price of 500,000. Anyone who provides clues, as long as they are true, will be rewarded with 50,000. As soon as this wanted notice was issued, all those who came to the deep sea maze to explore for treasures immediately boiled. My God, 1 million spiritual jade coins can buy several 6th level spiritual medicines. I've never heard of this Zhaoda before. How could he be famous? Why did the Chengtian cult spend so much money to capture him? Oh, you don't know yet, this Zhaoda is famous now. Don't look at him as a single person with no power behind him, but he is very fierce. I heard that he looted the spiritual fruit garden of the Chengtian cult in the deep sea maze yesterday. I heard from those who have been there that the looting was so thorough. It is said that not even a sapling was left for the people of the Chengtian cult. Is it so exaggerated? This is simply a bandit. Could it be that Chengtian didn't the Red Protector of the Chengtian sect show up? Of course he did, but you would never have thought that Zhaoda was so capable. He actually escaped from the Red Protector alive and unscathed. A group of people discussing exclaimed, "That's really not easy. The Red Protector is a big man in the realm of the Emperor. This Zhaoda is quite capable. Of course, without some ability, would he dare to provoke the Chengtian sect?" In addition to these people's discussions, in a hotel on the seabed, Luo Bing was also stunned by the news in the room. The deep sea mystery zone is a mysterious place that is so large that it is difficult to explore it in a few days or half a month, so many businessmen have built hotels on the seabed for treasure hunters to live in. However, I heard that the rental price is not low, and it costs more than 10 lingyu coins a day. When Luo Bing saw the notice of the reward for Chu Wei in the news, he was also stunned. He really couldn't imagine that Zhaoda, who had teamed up with him, could actually take down the orchard of the Chengtian sect alone. This is so exciting, that's the orchard of Chengtian sect. For so many years, it's always been their Chengtian sect that bullied others. This time, they never expected that their Chengtian sect would suffer such a big loss. Of course, in addition to here, many people have been quietly asking about this man named Zhaoda, hoping to catch him and get a reward of 1 million. There are also some people who think they can't beat Zhaoda and hope to get his whereabouts, and then report to Chengtian sect, so that they can also get 50,000 lingyu coins. In short, Chu Wei's fake Zhaoda has become the target of others' capture. 2 days later, Chu Wei finally came out of the cave. This time Chu Wei is going to go directly to the deep sea. Chu Wei has explored the general area, and he wants to go to a deeper place. And those deeper places are where the real masters and kings gather. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 770. Because those places are the places where the real secrets of the deep sea mystery are. When Chu Wei once again transformed into Zhao Da's ordinary appearance and went out, Chu Wei suddenly found that many people knew him, and some people attacked him. After Chu Wei asked, he found out that the Chengtian sect had put a reward on him. But Chu Wei was not afraid. No matter how much you said, Chu Wei headed directly towards the deep sea. One day later, Chu Wei rested in a hotel in the deep sea. This hotel was not a hotel in the shallow sea. This hotel was very famous in the deep sea. The people who come here are basically experts, at least those in the realm of ultimate awakeners, because this is already a deep sea, and the mutant beasts in the deep sea are no better than those in shallow water. There is a killer whale that is tens of thousands of meters long here. I heard that even a small island can be torn in half by one bite. There is also a kind of tiny ancient leech that is only as long as a finger. This kind of leech is blood red all over and has barbs on its body, just like fingers. However, it is said that it is an ancient mutated and resurrected species, and there are often tens of thousands of them living together in the deep sea. Although one of these ancient leeches is only as strong as the ultimate awakener, there are too many of them. If even a strong person in the king's realm encounters them, if they are not careful, they will be sucked out of their blood and die. Therefore, in such a dangerous environment, people like Luo Bing or other people in the second awakened realm naturally do not dare to come to such a deep sea. Entering the deep sea hotel, Chu Wei's first impression was the luxurious, golden door, with two beautiful girls in bunny clothes standing at the door. In this hotel, as long as you have money and resources, you can enjoy all kinds of benefits for men. Because this is a hotel where strong men gather, many beautiful women want to hook up with powerful men here, and then some stories between men and women will happen. Mr. Zhao, today is your birthday. We are here specially to celebrate your birthday. We must not get drunk today and never come home. Walking through the banquet area on the first floor of the hotel, Chu Wei saw many people of the younger generation toasting and drinking together. These people are all around the age of 20, and each of them is dressed very avant-garde. They are almost accompanied by a beautiful woman. Most of these women have exposed figures and hook up with these men. Many of them drank wine and hugged each other and kissed each other. This scene was like a KTV. As the protagonist of today's banquet, Mr. Zhao stood on a table and said loudly, "Of course, today is my birthday, Mr. Zhao, so you have to go home drunk. And not only do you want to get drunk, but you also drag the beauties around you to get drunk with you. If a man is not drunk, where will the woman stand? I won't come home until I'm drunk today." Well done, well said. Fortunately, he is the son of Lord Zhao, the deputy sect leader of the Tuzang sect. He is really well said. It goes without saying that if people like Mr. Zhao are among the best, and with the Tuzang sect as their backing, they will definitely be prosperous in the future. That's necessary. You don't even think about it? We, Mr. Zhao, were born into a wealthy family, and we were born to be superior to others. We can't compare to just some cats or dogs. In response to the praise from the audience, Mr. Zhao shouted loudly, "Drink. No matter what you do tonight, I, Mr. Zhao, will pay for it." Okay. 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 Chu Wei glanced at him lightly. Chu Wei had seen this kind of young man a lot now, and it was hard to say he had any good impressions of him. However, as long as the other party didn't mess with him, Chu Wei would not take the initiative to cause trouble.